Hello everybody, this is Spirelli and welcome back to the Banner Saga. So if you just want to take a look, there's the darkness coming, then there's all of the dredge coming, so we're in a really nice situation, and the sea is green. So let's see what the Val can do, because they're kinda our last hope. And you catch up to Outlive, she already mid-argument with Hyken and Fazold. For this to work, we need to cooperate. Slow down. Stop shouting at me, woman. You've been around them too long, Hagen. Why are we even listening to this? Gods, you're already starting to sound like Ruga. Don't you get it? We either work together or we die. Ease up, Oddleaf, and begin again. But be quick. We've got a Sandra breathing down our necks. Look, Ruin's shredding a wolf with some kind of throwing anchor. We can't reach him from here. It made me think of something worth it. Everything you throw at me comes back twice as hard. If the Val gathered every old barrel you can find in Aberrang and bring them here, we can wrap them up in netting. The next time Ruin hurled his anchor into the wall, horsemen race along the top and chop the netting around it, and Ruin pulls the barrels back onto herself. I think I see where you're going with this. We gather every archer we can find. Use on the other archers who can organize a volley of flaming arrows down on her, and boom! Will that be enough? I don't know, but it beats standing here measuring our loyalties. Sounds to me like a lot of things ready to go wrong. The Val are not great lovers of fire, if you've forgotten. Why hold barrels when we could meet the sun on a field of battle? Would Jorndor have lowered himself like this in a great wars? I won't lie, the battlefield calls to me. While I'm also obsessed with rushing off to battle, says the lady who rushed into battle multiple times. Okay, I mean, come on. Ever since Fasold showed up, you've been acting like you've got the death wish, Hakan. Bah, this one. Think we're just large men with simple minds. I've been alive for hundreds of years. You rush around for fearing for your short lives like babies calling for their mothers. How we live is more important than how long. It is why Einatov was so important. It is why we should have made a stand there instead of fleeing for the sake of men. Fasold is a poor diplomat, but he's not wrong. I do not want to eke out a few weeks, a few more days, cowering behind a wall. I don't want to carry barrels where I could die with a blade in my hand. We are the last of our kind. We are Val. Just do us this favor and you'll have your fight, I promise. Hagen grunts coming down from his battle cry. If there's a chance to turn the odds in our favor. You used to be harder than steel, Hagen. Now you turn into a lapdog when asked you to beg. What's your tone? Things change, Frazzled. I never asked to lead the Val, now I have to think of more than myself. Don't worry then, Hagen. Let me give you a few less Val to lead. Puzzled leaves in a violent mood, yelling obscenities. I always had a temper, he did. Is he really turning his back on you like this? He'll come around, eventually, hopefully. I'll miss his Val in the coming battle, though. The rest of us will gather your barrels, but don't get comfortable giving me orders. And whatever you do, don't let that fence of toothpick fall before I'm back. Okay, I sense some more fighting ahead. Whoa, all the Val have left? Okay. Let's get to the gates. Scathach gallops to you, breathing hard, grasping grittily. You gather the treacher assaulting from the front gates all the way down to the water's edge. Sunder's just going to brute force the wall, Liv says. Topple the whole thing and this will become a killing field. Bad news from our clansmen, Alice. Many dead or missing, some to Dredge, some to Bedlam. Could have been worse, but it's all going wrong since the Sundra showed up. Terrified villagers scream at the sight of Dredge breaching at the wall, and mobs of people crush together, trying to escape in any direction they can. Gather anyone who can hold a weapon, you shout. We travel down the wall, pushing back to Dredge until those barrels are ready. And here we go. Anyone who can hold a weapon it is. I can hold one, pretty well. I have a name to myself. Look at these people, they haven't got anywhere to run. Yes. We need to start patching these holes, or there won't be anywhere safe in here. For now, I suggest we focus on the Dredge. I mean, well, it's like there's so many sites where you're needed and where you need to be, and apparently I'm the only person in the city who was thinking of those things. Get ready, you shout. Try to continue to slip through gashes in the wall like dark plot from a losing wound. Smart about it and don't get reckless. We clear that out here and then move on to the next breach. Okay. So, we don't have any Val with us. That's interesting. I say interesting very loosely here. Okay. Oh, I can't promote him. I was like, I'm gonna promote you because I want you with me anyway. Canary, you can go up. And I will have Hogan replace her. Promote him. He is really good at taking off armor. You can order your bear. Hogan. Just looking at, is there anybody else I might want to level? Maybe I'll take him instead of Hogan. Why does he have a oh, because he has points available. I was like, he has a bless, but I can't level him. Cross puncture. Okay, good. So I'll also put him ahead. So we have people who can take down the armor. He also has points available. I need to really make sure that everybody is as high up as they can. You have 0 points, but I could promote you. Zero points. Okay. 10 points available. Okay, and now at the items. Poison, I'll give this to you. Crit chance will go to him. To all talents. Crit chance. I'm just trying to give everybody something in case they do come with us. Okay, ready for battle. That was a bit of a setup, but now we're all leveled and ready. Because if it's multiple rounds basically again, and we get to exchange the troops. Sandra going to keep tearing holes in the wall. One thing at a time. Dredge first. Then I want to be able... So weird not to have a single Val with us. Oh, you have some range on you. And some poison. You get your bear out. He walks so funnily. Just gonna stand here so I can be your shield. Oh, they're all attacking the horseborn. Let me use poison. They'll take care of you. Why him? Why always him? Oh. And I think he can also call for a unit. It doesn't seem to be a super difficult fight. One dredge, couple of slingers, like I've definitely seen much worse. I love when they're moving. He moved twice. He moved once because he was attacked, and when they were then they go attacked, then they move away. And then he moved another time just because um it was his turn. And he moved. Oh my god, Aled is like the most powerful. And we have 2 extra units in here, so her turns are much longer the time she stands there. Oh, I didn't really want to go through him, but that's okay. Oh, he didn't walk into reach. I think I'll just take care of him. Because he's summoning something. Yeah, this really was not a super difficult fight. I mean, I know I lost a unit. Can't attack him. Can't attack him either. He can attack him. We'll hit him and then poison him. That was a crit, so now healed Zion this turn because of the poison. Okay, so is this part 1? No, is this just victory? I really wasn't sure whether this is going to be a multi-step fight because I kept saying like, okay, 1 step at a time, we'll do this here. Your numb arms remind you of chopping lumber back in Squargo, but with more blood and fear involved. Other men fill in the gaps where you moved on, holding the dredge at bay is easier work than pushing them back. More trouble further than the wall beckons, and there is no time to rest. Okay, this time they say there is no time to rest. I'm actually not allowed to put up camp and rest, which is unfortunate because I would totally just put up camp and rest because, like, I wouldn't die. The sight of a mender surprises you. They've emerged from the libraries and are weaving patterns into the air to repair the splintered wood. It looks like dangerous work. How can we help? Oddleif shouts up to one standing on rubble, trying to wrestle away a sheared lock. Speak softly, but makes it clear that they need replacement wood and stone to patch the damage. It may be dangerous for us to linger long, Petros tells you, pointing out some watching from a distance. Other houses waiting to see what you do, making plans of their own. I'll set words to a caravan to get the clansmen to help the fight, because we should be fighting, but the clansmen can help repair. Flung familiar faces arrive carrying fresh building supplies. You react and leave them in harm's way and continue onward, but the cause is worthy. You hope it pays off for everyone eventually. Like, if I just keep fighting, then there's nobody to help the walls. If I do the walls, then there's nobody to fight, so this is the best. Compromise there is. My men are spread too thin, too much going on. Yes. Look at the horizon, so many just standing around, watching. Other houses, they're waiting for us to fall before they step in. Well, that's good. Damn it, where are those barrels? Because, you know, we're all in the same city, so we're kind of all in the same boat. And yeah, you just wait around, see what happens with one instead of doing it together and then managing. I mean, what am I even talking about? Elliot can manage anything. Anything. A mob of dangerous size is gathering ahead at the harbour. Cleans a bobbing mass of ships floating from the harbour heavy with people. Persuasive. Sailing away was an option, we would have done it by now. The seas are poisoned like everything else around here, spits Petros. No doubt the serpent's blood. It chews away the wood and the fish are dead. There is nothing out there but death. You just going to let them? Pay response. I had guards keeping these ships locked down, but we had to pull them to the walls, he says. Not much we can do to stop it now. You don't waste any more time or energy trying. You move on, worried that you've already taken too much time here. Woman catches your eyes amongst the crowd. Her gold cloak stands out. Knit, you ask? Oh, right, she's not with that. Knit looks away as you approach, but knows you've seen her. She tracks two boys along the west toward the harbour. I'm leaving. I'm sorry I didn't tell you. There's nowhere safe out there. There's nowhere safe in here. You realize that the oldest boy is missing and you can make a solid guess why. He's gone. How did it happen? He's not gone, he's dead. I don't blame you or myself. I don't even blame the dredge. Who is to blame for all of this? Do you know who? Nobody can tell me. I just don't want to be here anymore. Anywhere but here. She pushes past, having said her piece. Wait. Don't go. Let me protect you. You mean well. But when will you understand you can't protect everyone? When's the last time we even talked? You struggle to remember and it has already pulled away. She turns to give one last look. Farewell. But if the water corrodes the wood, then they'll just sink. They'll just sink and then they'll die. I mean, I wouldn't want to necessarily be in this place which is overrun and there's people just watching instead of defending it because there's different clans and you can't do anything with your clan and whatnot, but if the other option is certain death, then I mean, families, elderly and children are still pressed up against the wall in staggering numbers. No room to spread out, they're caught in the midst of marauding dredge. We can't just leave them to fend for themselves, Oddly says. You wonder what choice you have. Strike hard at the dredge, slaying as many as you can. You charge into a nearest startled dredge, executing them before they can coordinate. Unarmed townsfolk get away from fighting as best as they can, and you move on before the dredge come. Why is everything always a power play before, like, saving lives? Because the different clans in the city could totally cooperate. Splitting your time between helping people and fighting dredge is taking its toll, but something else feels wrong. A different kind of wrong. Predator slowly threw your hand on your shoulder. Remember those powerful men in Aberrang we talked about? I think they've decided to make their move. This is the one everyone's so afraid of, sneers a man with a face tattoo. You remember seeing him amongst Droga's loyalists. A few dozen Krizzle fighters have blades drawn and you notice they bear the crest of many different houses. Dogs, leave them to me, Pedro says, mustering his guard. Droga's stink is all over this. Go make him end this now, or it'll keep happening. Do whatever it takes. The problem is that it's like so in their heads. He's probably really rallied them up against all of this. Because if you see the trash outside and you're still like, oh, I need to take care of this, I need to take care of this girl here, then killing Ruga might not stop anything. Also, will I lose a character if I just let him go in there? Because sometimes, you know, if a character does something, then they'll die, and I kind of like him. I gave him a name. So I'll deal with this myself. Ruga's not the only one who can deliver messages. Petra's not. You're not wrong about that, but let's make it quick. Like sometimes it's just, oh yeah, you've done this or that, so now the character died. I'll put the other horseborn in. After you're going to come after us at times like this. No cure for the heights of man. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, why would they? What do they have to gain from coming at us? We have a bear. Stop poking my bear in the ass. Oh, credit him. I think this is a good place to stand and kill everyone. Come over here and get more reinforcement. Yeah, can get up to 8 people in this game. Like that. And let me back off. Too many units. It's like, where is he standing? What's he doing? Take his armor off because he still has full armor. That's it for the bear. Unfortunately. Let me poison him because he has a lot of armor. What are you walking towards me? I will just keep standing here and send them my message. I hope Ruga understands. Hello there. Ah, don't you just love it when they die of poison and their turn is basically nothing? Yeah, I'm just gonna back off. That's you. You. I think one more? Oh, need to back up slightly so I can shoot him. Okay, I hope this sends somewhat of a message to Ruga. But probably it's just them sending their men in instead of, fighting the fights themselves. More loyalists lurk in the shadows, unsure whether to press the attack. An unexpected sound begins to seep into the cacophony of battle, the tolling of bells. What is it now? Another preach? Shouts Otleaf. Worse, replies Petrus. Tradition. The king is dead. You look up at the great hall resting on a black rock plateau and see thin blue smoke rising from the flue. Ruga's loyalists cheer and laugh, raising their axes to the sky even as they retreat from the fight. Not from sin stabbing, you're already heading toward the prison. Ruga's going to suffer for this, insists Otleaf. Let me just rest for a turn and actually level a bit because I have so much money. It's all leveled up. The only thing I can level with her is this. Oh, but I can... Wait, I have that already. They're like... Living Legend. Level 15. I am a living legend. Let me check at the market whether there's anything for... I get money for leveling. No, there's nothing here for a level 15 character. Okay, Aled, go be badass. Wow. You remember like the first time you met her and it was like, no, I don't know whether we should fight more traitors. No, it's just like, living legend. What kind of title is that? You crash furiously through Ruga's cell door, grabbing his full attention. This has to end, now. There are people dying by the minute to Sandra. The wall is falling as we speak, and still your clansmen fight against us. I don't deserve all the credit. There are many players in this game. This is not fun, the board game. Now Mainov is dead, and your men revel in it. We're all about to join him. You had every opportunity to come sooner and make a deal. Sounds like you need me now, more than ever. Are you kidding me? You've lost your only. Why should we even let you live now? Less. Mainov died days ago. He just didn't know it. The poison had no cure. When I learned the Mendes were forbidden from touching the mind, I found suitable venom. Died in his sleep, dreaming the most horrific visions, so I've been told. You vicious son of a bitch. Have you ever witnessed the city turn hungrily upon itself, like a starving wolf eating its own cubs? Have you witnessed the rape, slaughter, and torture of thousands, the sound and smell of it? I have. A man that care spills over the edge, there is no cure, just like Mainov. Should I die, you will see these things for yourself, I promise you that. So maybe now you will listen carefully to what I want. No, you go listen to me now. Don't pull your punch. Rogar's head swings back as if on a hinge. He's no longer smiling. You don't know why I do this. To do what, you piece of trash? Deceive, leech on mankind. Why I speak on behalf of these people you despise so much. Why I always have done so. Because they will always be here, no matter how hard you pretend they don't exist. There's nothing more infuriating or terrifying than not being heard. So they give me their power. I am the will of the people. As long as that's true, you can brush me aside. I will always be here. You won't come back from this. You bludgeon Rogar mercilessly, laying into him again and again with your fists. He chokes on blood as you continue. Wait, what if he's right about Aberrang turning on itself? Stop, he's unconscious. No more chances. He is poisoning everybody, quite literally and figuratively. He cannot continue to do this. And he cannot say, oh, well, now I killed this and I brought the people in here and they're murdering everybody. Well, now is a good time to start listening to me. He's like, no. He has done all of this, and that is not what makes me want to listen to him. You drop Rogan and feel his neck snap beneath your boat heel. For better or worse, it's done. As you depart, an excited man runs to meet you. They're ready with the barrels, he shouts. Okay. Okay, wow. Well, yeah, I guess Luden is king now. He's the prince. He's safe. He came back here. And the king is dead, so as far as I know, it should hand over to him. I don't know whether he's the only prince or the firstborn prince or how it even works in this setting, but I assume he has his rights to be the king. So, no more Roger, no more of his schemes. I will have to deal with his men, but that should be manageable because they were already afraid of me. And yeah, let's see what Ludin is up to in the next part.